Welcome back to the Martian. We're already surviving on Mars for about 3 months and we're doing alright. Although we were working on some other construction project like far away in that direction, which we will call the North. And we literally turned our back on the plants for a while and they were struggling. So most of them died and now we have some angry little chicken over here, Bob the Third, who is hungry all the time. So, we focused on the plants a little bit and we changed the script. Now, I'm hoping they will be ready soon, because I'm also starving. Well, we have some backup food. Ooh, we have some, actually. Alright, that's great. So we will, let's see, we will use that to... Not sure yet. So we will give some to Bob, I think. We still have some food. Would be wise maybe to also plant at least one new batch so that we have different generations going on. Alright, so that looks a little bit better then. So we will carry around some of this food. We'll carry around one and we'll give the rest to Bob, because he is getting angry. He's not hungry at the moment, but that will come soon. Right, alright, so that makes it a bit easier. So let me explain what I did in terms of changing our automated system a little bit. So I wrote this script and I changed it. And I think it was due to advice of Floaty, so one of the viewers who have more knowledge of this game than I have. So this is a combined script for both temperature and light regulation. So this loads in a light sensor and electric group connecting 3 grow lights, and it will store a light value using the light sensor. So that's the first bit, and the second part is about the temperature venting system. I didn't really change anything about that, so we can ignore that for now. So essentially what we do is that we have a timer, and we initially set that to 0. So this is something that will track time and will be important later on. And we immediately load the value from the light sensor to see if it's day or night. Now, this is the part where it says, if we measure some sort of light, then we switch our grow light on. And that is because the light on Mars is insufficient to allow for a large proportion of light to reach our plants. So they need more than just that. So we just get them in sync. So if there's sunlight, then we want to do something. And that thing is to switch our lights on and keep them on for at least 9 minutes. Now this is not actually the timer itself, this is just that we want to save the amount of time that we wanted to switch on, and we'll continue with that later on. If it's dark, then we want the lights to be off, and we want them to be off for at least 60 seconds, so 1 minute. And this will be important in the next bit, so that's the temperature bit. It will use a temperature sensor to monitor the active temperature. It will set the vents off. And if temperature is above, I think now 28 degrees, it will start doing something. And that something is cycling air. So it will set the vent on, wait for 12 seconds, well, venting for 12 seconds, and also keep track of time. And that was the first bit, that we have this timer. So we add the value to that, so we know how long this is taking, because in the end we'll set the vent off and we switch. That's actually double, so we could actually remove this bit, because we jump straight back to the temperature bit over here and set the vent off and measure again. So we will keep looping this until the temperature is correct, and only then will we jump to the next bit, which is the sleeping bit. So the sleeping bit is that it will calculate the time that we want to wait and subtract the time that the ventilation was on. And the sleep time is the one that we set with this grow light part. So either it's 60 seconds for if it's dark, or 9 minutes for when it's day. So then this focuses again on the grow light part, where your grow lights are all the way on until reaching this point. And only after the sleeping time we will switch the lights off and go back to the start. It's a nested script, 2 things regulated in one script. That makes it very complex. You can just split them up, would probably make more sense. But at this point we didn't have a lot of materials to start with, so we did it this way. Now what is the ventilation actually doing? It just takes air in, cycles it on the outside of our base through a pipe with a lot of these radiators. And since Mars is relatively cool, that means that we are cooling down the air that cycles. So it comes back to this room, which is passively in contact with our room, and that's a loop. So currently it's doing all sorts of things where it's cooling down and measuring the light. The grow light is off. Not sure, but we have to keep an eye on that. And Bob already finished his meal, it seems. You are eating a lot, Bob. Right, so we'll leave this to seeding because I think that will give us a bit more. So we will harvest this. I think we will also leave them with just one. Oh, this is a full stack or something, or don't know. Right. So this is going well. We will monitor it for a second because we had such bad luck. Well, not even bad luck, because we ignored our plans for a little bit. So we will pay a little bit more attention to it now. So the light efficiency is alright. Illumination stress is decreasing. There was a problem before because our script was poor. Let's first go to the top. So their growth efficiency is close to 100, so that's good. Breathing is fine, temperature is fine. Temperature can be a little bit better, but we are working towards that with our optimized script. Pressure is fine. It's just the light that we have to watch out. And carbon dioxide is also fine at the moment, but that will quickly change because we don't have a lot of carbon dioxide in this room. Right. So that's that bit. Let's ignore that for a moment. We will quickly screen some of these weeds. To see if we can finally make a start now with the plant genetics. We tried that 2 times already, but each time our plants was dying, so we had to start over. So I hope that this time we won't have to do that. Let's also do this one. Can we switch? Oh, we don't have a light here yet. Nice. And we'll borrow a light. And we have to remember to install a light here. Outside there is a storm. That's nice, we'll get some large quantity of power again, so we can do whatever we want. And we'll start analyzing with some music. Right, so this is a way to analyze your plant's genetics. So we did that 2 times. It takes a little while, but it's not a very long process. So what we want to do is to focus on a few things. And we know the temperature on Mars is relatively low, so it will be beneficial to get a plant strain that can handle very low temperature, freezing -40 or something I think it's currently. So that's what we're aiming for, so this can be a bit better. And the growth pressure will also be a problem. The other bits we can manage, so we can regulate the light, and gas will be fine, water we can add, but these pressures and stuff, not really, because eventually we want to grow our plants outside, so that's the plan. So this is crap, so we will take that. Hey Bob. Bob has a light now. It's also new. It doesn't switch on yet during day and night, so that's a little bit sad. So we're harassing a chicken. Well, traumatizing it by giving it light 24/7. Poor Bob. So what we're looking for is something that reaches -6 or something, because I know that some plants already do that. This is a particularly bad strain, so let's also take that. This one is also not great. None of these are really great. I'm still a little bit sad that the previous batch went to ruins. That's better, -5. Alright, so we keep that in our back pocket. No, we'll keep that apart, like right there. So that's a candidate. Curious to see what the temperature is now. Still decreasing. 32.6. Don't know. We'll see in a bit. This is bad. So this is the discard pile. Yay, it's decreasing. Right, so ventilation is at least working. Now if our grow lights will pop on in the morning, then we know that the script is fully functional. This one is pretty good for the pressure range actually. So we will set that apart as well. Let's see, will we monitor a few more? I think it's not too bad. Doesn't take ages. It feels slow, but I think it will save us a little bit of time if we start nice. This is -6 and a very nice pressure range, so that's actually a great one. What's this one, right? Let's check it again. So that's a pretty good one. We probably want to use that and ignore these two. -6 and 20 pressure, that's really good. And there's some small multiplier. So it needs minimum of 10 minutes to have like optimal growth efficiency, I think. Uses a bit more water. Has decreased resistance to toxicity in terms of time. That's all time based, yeah, so it doesn't really matter. Right, so we will label that as -6 and 20k, right? So this is wheat strain. -6C underscore 20 kilopascal. Passage. First passage. Alright. So we'll make sure to grow you somewhere in a nice spot. It's thriving. It likes this place. Because what was this one again? I think there was like what was it? -5 or something? The temperature that it could take? Yeah. Alright. But that's actually the optimum, so... Or is... No, that's the minimum, so its optimum is like 19 degrees. Right. That's fine. So we'll... well, let's look at the pressure one again, because there was like -16... no, 16 kilopascal, I think. -17. It's also not too bad, so we'll also culture that. I already forgot the temperature. So -2 will make it in 17 kilopascal. So it's -2 degrees, 17 kilopascal, passage 1. Alright, and then all these others we'll scoop up in one big pile. And I think we'll try to be smart, and we'll give Bob at least 10, I think, so we don't have to worry about Bob for a minute. There you go, Bob. Please don't be hungry. Right. Alright, so that's the plant managing business, so this will hopefully sort that out. There is one more thing that I would like to do. Maybe we'll dive into it straight away, because we are still at this spot. Yeah, it might be nice to do that. Should get some food. Could close the laptop. Or will I bring it even? I will bring it actually. Nice. Yeah, so this is all working. And we can definitely leave this place for a bit. Or will we... What do we have here actually? Just a bunch of crap. Alright. Yeah, we can leave. So we should sort our inventory a little bit, I feel like. This we might actually need, because the next plan is to do something cool. We will automate the CO2 regulation, I think, because every now and then we have to add CO2, and that's a very boring task. And we also restore the wheat because I depleted our backup. That's a bridge. So yeah, we keep adding CO2 to the room, because once the plants are growing well, they're really fast at depleting all the O2. So we have some system here to pull CO2 from the atmosphere and ditch it in a bottle. And it has some logic system to detect if the pressure reached 2.8, and then it will stop. Now that's all wonderful. It is working, but it does require us to drag this in and outside our base, which is effort that we don't really want to spend. So an alternative is that we just hook it up to the base and do something smart, where we automatically add CO2 once the ratio of CO2 or something is below a certain percentage. So let's try to see if we can do that. Now this is a bunch of wiring that will go downstairs to the basement. So we might expand that a little bit with our new approach. So we probably want do we want an active vent? No, because we can just use the same trick again. So we don't actually need this. So we use the pump from the filter to pump things out of our base. We don't need to pump things out of our base at all, I guess. We want to take things out of the atmosphere, the Martian atmosphere, and just add that to our base. And I guess the logical way to do that is to just filter for CO2 and add that directly to the base and forget about the nitrogen. Or do we want to add that as well? What's again in the Martian atmosphere? I should by now know that, but I don't. So CO2, some O2. I guess nitrogen is not too bad, so we can just include that as well. So we can just use this setup where we only filter out pollution. I guess that's pretty cool. I guess that way the filters will last longer as well, right? Because there's not a lot of pollution in the air, but there's a lot of CO2 in the air, so maybe. Not sure how that works in-game. So anyway, we're on the passive vent, which is already there actually, so then we don't need to print it. We do want the temperature regulation to be automated as well, so we will ditch this setup and we will create something new. I think we'll use intermediate tank as well. And this will just go to the base, which is another passive vent. But then the important bit is to install a gas analyzer. So let's already create some kind of setup where we have like passive vent. We will label this because we lose track of things quickly. We'll get some tubes. I guess insulated will make a lot of sense. Create a bit more later on. And then we want some fancy tool, which I'm not sure where we should print at. Which will be something like a gas analyzer or something. This is a mixer. Pipe analyzer maybe. Ah, that's it. So what can you do? What's allegedly the outcome of a weekend father-daughter electronics project? Alright. It's a more advanced version of the pipe meter. It can read out temperature and gas contents. That is nice. What's the pipe meter? Humble pipe meter, speak the truth, transmit pressure with any... It's a bit of haiku in here, that's very strange. Anyway, this can only read the pressure. So we definitely want this pipe analyzer, which can read ratio carbon dioxide. Now that's exactly what we want. I'm gonna assume that's a percentage, but that might be wrong. We will find out. So it's constructed from the hydraulic pipe bender, which is unexpected. Kit pipe analyzer, right? Can we make it? No, we need electrum. And we put all of our electrum in this thing, I guess? No, that's definitely not all of our electrum. So then you must be the one that hoards it. Right, so let's see if we can get some of that out. Nope. Shit. That's it. We got it. I think I'm making a thinking error, because so the gas sensor cannot determine the ratio of CO2, right? Liquid oxygen. Why? Spiritual oxygen. Ah, it can also do that. Alright, so then we don't need this pipe analyzer actually. So that was a bit of a waste. Yeah, that's fine. At some point we will probably need it. So we can just use the gas sensor that's already on the network. Yeah. Will we already install this? I guess we will. We should also get a new battery, it seems. It does allow us to check things out inside. So Bob is happy, right? No damage, Bob? No. This will get wheat seeds. That is very welcome. We can probably use that as a backup as well. Alright, and then we have a bit of seeds. We'll store that there. And we will harvest the remaining bit and just plant it as well, I guess. Or will we use it for ourselves? No, let's plant it. Yeah, we'll just make sure to create some more of the bars, because we are draining our food supply. Oh, well, things are going back to normal here, so that's a welcoming sight. So we have a bunch of pens here. We'll just add another one, I guess, hidden behind the closet. Guess we can add one there. We will label it. Can we? We cannot label a passive vent, right? Then we won't. Apparently. Let's get some oxygen just to be sure. I thought we had more insulated pipes. Ah, they are. They're white. So we should probably print some new color paint. Unless we make CO2 gray, which could be. Is it normally black because of carbon? I think so, so let's print that then maybe. Do you still have iron? Yep. Paint. Alright. So now we have some pipe system. Let's quickly manage that. Now we can actually build straight here. We don't need to... Yeah, we don't need to go all the way underground. We just need to make sure that the cabling will go underground. Which it does once we connect this bit over here. How does this look again? Because we... Let's see, actually, we welded this block. That's the word. Yeah, so there is some cabling there, so we just connect to that. Or should we just build on top of this thing? Because that will also look neat. So maybe we'll do that, and we'll expand a little bit. Yeah, this little platform. I think that will be the prettiest solution. It's not all about style, but it will help if we make things a little bit prettier. Let's create a shortcut for now. Oh, I didn't weld it up completely. That's my mistake. Create a little bit of a shortcut. Next bit. I think it's creating the platform. So we should have some steel sheets, but also a bunch of steel, right? Yeah. So steel frames and steel sheets. So we can make use of those. I guess we can actually make a door here, which will make sense as well. Welding torch is not operable. Did we deplete... Oh shit, we don't have any more fuel. Alright, that might be a little bit of a problem. I don't know if we have fuel... I didn't think about that. Right. We have this ice crusher. This is stupid. I didn't think about this. So we might repurpose that for a little bit into storing fuel. So crushing ice for fuel. Should have thought about this at some point. But well, let's continue for now. So let's see. We will clear our inventory a little bit. Store this for a minute. Store the sheet of glass because we need a bit more space. Labeler as well. Guess we could have stored the laptop, but that's alright. So we'll take this canister. We will ditch that in our plant room, so we store the last bit of CO2 before we go and deconstruct things. Does this require... yes, wrench. Alright. So let's quickly ditch this. We'll go fast because we increased the pressure. Right, so that's all fine. Hit my head against the glass. Alright, so we store you. And we have two canisters actually, so there's one downstairs. That's a flare gun. I think we have one downstairs as well. Right, so we'll repurpose this for now. So let's take out this, so it shouldn't have any gas anymore, I think. It doesn't want to connect to the fridge anymore because of this thing. That's quite annoying. Oh, we can. Alright, so we have separated this system. Is there still gas in here? Yeah, so we should vent that, because otherwise we get some very strange fuel mixture. Use this thing. Which I guess it will equalize with the Martian atmosphere, so it will still contain some crap, but it will be near to nothing. Doesn't matter, we'll sort that out in a bit. take it off because don't think it's adding a lot. So what we want to do is to gas storage to connect this. That's the wrong way around, clearly. That's still the wrong way around. Is this the right way around? Yes. Alright, so we can put a canister in there. Is this the place for a spare fuel canister? Yes. So that should fit in there. So now it just contains crap. Let's hope that won't be a problem. So if we switch this on right now, it will probably empty the remaining crap into there, right? Yeah. With quite a lot of pressure. Right, so that's what we should have done. Can you stop for a minute? So was that all of it, or will it continue to do this for like a few cycles? It looks like it will. Right, so we'll do it a little bit differently. We'll take this thing off, we'll install that thing while it's venting, and then we finally clear the pipe. You should be done now, right? Not slowly. Right, so that's working. Switch that back. Now place your bets. Do I still know what the correct orientation is? Is this right? Yeah. Okay, please don't fill with crap now. No, that's fine. That's the crap that we expected. Then comes the fuel mixture. So if I'm not mistaken, what happens if we split it? Alright, so I'll get it in my inventory. That's not really what I was hoping for. So let's do 10 to 5. I think that's the 2-to-1 ratio that we should apply. We'll find out in a bit. Let's first start with 5 because I kind of forget what kind of pressure we're dealing with. That's going quite fast. Alright, so that's a little bit scary. I think we need a bit more volume in those pipes. Because this is going to explode otherwise. While I'm just standing here and watching. So let's add a bit more. This is, by the way, not the right way to do this. It's the quick and dirty way. But since I cannot do welding, we also don't have a lot of options. Alright, so you are not exploding, right? No, you're still fine. There is a bit of pipe stress because there's also liquid in there. Yeah, but it's still fine. So let's bend this around. This is going to be very ugly construction again. But by now you should be used to those. Alright, so now we have a bit more pipe volume. We'll extend it even a bit more to make the system look even prettier. Let's also remove the liquids, since we can, with this passive liquid removal system. So this fridge is still fine. We just hijacked this system. So now, yeah, we have depletion of crap. Temperature still fine. And the pressure is fine, so we'll ditch in the remaining bit of the fuel mixture. So let's see if we will get some fuel now. That's it, right? That's fuel, the 10%. But also we have oxygen, so that's not what we want. Right, so this is not going well, because we don't want oxygen in our system actually. So we should filter that out. Can we do that? I don't know what will happen if we don't. Should we try? Not sure if I will die. So what happens if we add a spark to something with a lot of volatiles and oxygen? Yeah, we'll for sure get some explosions, so let's not do that. Right, how do we take the oxygen out? There is a filter over here, but then we add a lot of crap to our base, so we shouldn't do that. And I'm not sure if we can move the filter that's over there without welding. We should just stop this system regardless, so let's interrupt power. So we are done with this system. Take those out. Maybe we're in luck and maybe this doesn't require welding. Maybe developers thought about this. Crap, we're out of space. Well, not yet. Right, let's see. We'll print some oxygen filter, which we'll toss downstairs. Oh, we drop downstairs instead. Alright, let's see. Can we do this? With the ugliest setup that mankind has ever observed. This is an air conditioner, that's the wrong one. We want filtration. And we want to see what happens. No, we don't, because the wrong way around. Well, guess we go like this. We can already remove this bit because it's wrong. We will store our filters where? Because we're running out of space. Let's take out some of this crap, ditch it, and restore our filters next to the empty one, which will not be confusing at all. Right, take out the presumably explosive barrel. Now we have to have a think, because this will be the output for like the filtered bit, which will contain oxygen, so then we should use this one. And we should do some drilling as well. This is not how I imagined our progress. But well, Sometimes this is what will happen. Alright, so this will be the spot for tank. Can we directly mount this on there? Yes, we can. So we'll just vent all the crap directly out. And then we need to connect these two up. Install a filter. Oh, we cannot do that yet. What was the thing we need to do first? How do we construct this? That's deconstructing. Pipe. Oh, I just used that. Do we have more? Not sure if we need welding for this, or we can just continue. Yes, we do have quite a lot. Alright. And then I think it was the wiring, which requires maybe a screwdriver. Alright, so that works actually. That's nice. So the game is quite forgiving if your welder runs out, it seems. Give it some power. So we'll vent this. It will all be gone. This is now not completely empty for some strange reason. Oh no, that's not strange because there's still some pressure outside. Right. So now we can install the oxygen filter. So this will be the filtered oxygen that will go out, and the other crap will go in here. Now we just connect these two up, and our extremely ugly system should work. It does seem to work. And we should probably stop it because the pressure is building up rapidly. Alright. So do you think that we can use this for welding? Forgot what we were welding. Ah, it was upstairs.
Power low.
That's bad. Yeah, so I'm not sure we want to do that downstairs. What went wrong? Why should we do that in our base even? Well, things didn't explode as badly as they could have. But it seems like that's not really what you want to do. So what should be the thing that is... This is the ugliest fuel mix ever. It would have been smarter if we directly filtered for the volatiles, no? Maybe we should be doing that. Let's try that. That gave me a major scare. Alright, let's try that. That seems a lot smarter than whatever the hell I was trying to do just now. This is one of those jump scares that finally your brain starts to work again. Alright, let's try to create that.
Hunger caution.
Power low, hunger caution, all the things of joy. Let's reroute this a little bit. Take you out. Monstrosity of an installation. Bloody, you're just in time to watch me mess up things. I just created a very explosive mix of fuel, so we're trying to fix that right now. My welder ran out after all these days of welding, and I didn't really think about a backup plan. So we're trying to make like a very ugly solution. This is not really what we want in here actually. But let's see. We can... I think I should reroute this so that we'll circulate a little bit. And we will take this one out. And indeed, just another day on Mars. This is what happens when you give an idiot the chance to live on Mars. An electric welder. That might be the other solution. I think we could use an upgrade. Electrum, Invar, and Sol. That's really not expensive at all. I'm very happy that you just joined. I think you're the one that saves us a lot of time today. So let's see. Electrum, Invar, and solder. So we should have some crab laying here. So that's Invar. It's another bit of Invar. Yeah, because that's a major problem indeed. It helps having smart people around. It saves half the trouble. So there's some electron in here and steel. Then we just need to find the solder, which should be here. Alright. Well, it's just a little bit of juggling. Crap load of steel as well. Can we print another large battery actually? Because that's probably useful for the arc welder. And then we... What the hell is going on? Can we... help? Can we open the door? Let's go downstairs and see what the hell is going wrong. Alright, so things are going very well. It's a surprise that nothing blew up really. I'm being spared by the gods of Mars. Yeah, I should probably not do that here inside actually. Help! I'm blowing up my base. I'm being a retard. Alright, there we go. Here for the fireworks. There is an oxygen, a large oxygen tank over there, so I'm being a big retard experimenting down here. Right, so this system is a little bit dangerous. What we will do... What shall we do? I'll worry about that later. Let's just leave it as some explosion contraption for later. Probably will install the what is it? What's the name of this thing actually? The passive liquid drain, so that the pipe won't get destroyed, so there's no pipe stress. Seems like the smart thing to do. Yeah, so this is some volatile mix. It's just causing us grief. The smart thing to do probably is to get some transportable canister or something and just move it out at some point. Well, first focus on the arc welder, the fun bit. We were going to steal steel from here and electrum. So set this to some large stack size. Those are the things that we want. Yay! We got a battery. So this is now empty, right? Yeah. Insert battery there, and is it working? I don't know, we will probably need to weld something up then. Come on, let me out of here. I hate these little platforms that make you shoot around. Alright, so this is World of Difference. I'm very happy with your suggestion, Floody. How are you today? Now that panic is over? Here for the fireworks. Cool. Then we need to get rid of this bomb construction, and the easiest way to do that is I guess the potable canister was the easiest way. Let's try to do that. So we should at least remove this bit. I'm really amazed that I got away with all that explosion business. Like, my health is 100%, my helmet is still relatively fine. Could have gone much worse. So could also just make like a massive pipe outside and just vent it that way. Seems like the stupid way to do things, but let's definitely do that.